And now we come into the real challenge. Now we're gonna be installing our very first cable gland. Ouch. My beard stuck in there. All right, so this is a cable gland that we're gonna be using, the very first one we're gonna be using. And I have already cut and inserted one grommet. I've got the MC4 connectors on this cable. That means when I'm drilling the hole and put the grommet in, the MC4 connectors, like I have done here, need to be able to get through the grommet. And I would think that this grommet, the smaller one, would make that a whole lot harder, because look at how tight that would be. I would have to cut the opening all the way to the edges, and it would be very difficult. And not just difficult, but it would be, well, once one of them is through, right? Because I'm using one grommet for both cables. I'm only drilling one hole per, I'm not drilling one hole for each cable. That's stupid. So once the cable is, or the plug is through, then the cable is inside the grommet. And then I have to get the second plug through while there's a cable already on the inside. I used this bigger one, and the bigger one was not that easy to get through. And I seriously doubt that the smaller one will work. I can probably get one of them through, but I don't think I can get both of them through. So my preferred drill bit in this case is the bigger one, the 1 inch and 3/8, no, 1 inch and 1/8, which is 1 inch and 2/16, even though the grommet asked for 3/16. We'll see. So that's that. Do I want to leave this in? Yeah, I can probably leave this in. All I have to do is, once a hole is in, I don't know. I might have to take this off for installation and then put the cable through individually afterwards. Talking about the cable gland real quick, this one is of course MC4 connectors over here as well. So I've got MC4 connectors on this side, I've got a 10-foot cable, and I've got MC4 connectors on the other side. So it is MC4 all the way through, and it's already completely pre-wired. So I don't have to play around with wiring and trying to get things in and cutting cables and God knows what. So all I have to do is drill a hole, get the grommet in, get the cable through, then pass the rest of the cable through, put some form of sealant on the inside of the housing, and for that I will be using this stuff. This is called butyl tape, and then I would be putting that on there. Then there's 3 holes, mounting holes. It came with screws, and then I'm gonna be drilling the screws that came with it. The screws that came with it, I'm gonna secure it with the screws as well. So we've got a double whammy of connection. We've got the butyl tape, which is waterproof but also, you know, super glue, and then we're gonna have the screws as an additional one. If you don't have butyl tape, you don't have to use it. Butyl tape is great when you have ridges and valleys to cover, because in order to make this waterproof, you definitely want all openings to be properly closed. So if there's a ridge like this, right, or valley, ridge is up, valley is down, then you can put the butyl tape into that valley to make it flat, and then you have the additional layer of butyl tape on top to make it a secure fit. If you have a properly flat surface, you can use a different kind of tape. That's this one here. It's called a it's not VHF. It sounds like VHF tape. It's not a video tape. That would work as well, and then you screw it in and it's super tight. As a third line of defense, in particular for the waterproofing, additional we would be using a leveling, self-leveling caulking that we then put around the edges of the housing and over the screws, so there's not going to be no water penetration, no rusting, no nothing. All right, so that is what we want to do. All right, that is the ultimate goal. This one and this one. First things first. Okay, hole is in. Clean some of the debris. Away from the outside. Okay, it's in, and it's a beauty. All right, so next we are doing what? Put the stupid Velcro strap on there. All right, comes up. At least that's easy. And now one goes in. Well, that's easy. And now the other one goes in. That's easy too. Look at that. This goes in there. What a beauty. This is so cool. And what you don't see on the camera is that my pants are falling off me. This is so funny. All right. So now we need Here we have some rubbing alcohol. It's going to clean the surface a little. And then, last but not least, the gland goes on like this. Butyl tape on everything. I should have practiced putting the butyl tape on. There we go. And this one goes right here. One more piece that goes in the back. And we can take the tape off a little bit. Sides. Oh, I took it all the way off. There you go. And this one looks good here. As a matter of fact, we just take the tape off. This one. Come here, just like that. Just like that. And now we're finding a screwdriver bit. Maybe, if we find it. I put them? Where did they go? Those moss. Okay, I can't see it, I can't put it at a proper angle. It's not going in. Well, drilling has to be done from the top down, so there's that. Here's that. I'm an idiot. Then again, there's nothing new about this. That's the problem with this kind of shit, because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, forget the corking. I don't know how to fucking use this. I'm an idiot. What else you want me to know? Jesus, motherfucker, fuckers. Oh, shut up. Oh, there's a backing on it. Okay, good. Then the last piece is longer, but we're going to cut that in half. Maybe we shouldn't have cut it in half that much. That is almost funny if it wasn't my pencils coming off. Okay. And that is how I install my cable glands. Jeez, my pants literally just fell off. Why? Good thing nobody can see me. There's nobody in the diner, right? All right. So yeah, this is it. What an experience. So I'll talk about this later.